and we're going to talk about the NBA and which conference is actually the best, whether it's the East or the West, because you hear a lot of people saying this year that they feel as though the Eastern Conference is actually better than the Western Conference because of the top teams in the East, or maybe the top teams in the West, or the bottom teams in the East looking better than the bottom teams in the West. So, guys, what do y'all think? Rashad, let me hear what you think. Which conference is better, East or West?
The West would wax the East in any type of competition in the NBA. That's all I need to say. That's all I need to say. The West is by far way more dominant than the East. If you can even match the teams up. So the number one team in the West versus number one team in the East, West to win. Number two team, West will win. Number three, all right, now 3, 4, and 5 is where he's like, okay, well, maybe something can happen. Maybe something can happen.
Hold on
maybe something can happen. But I still see it West. Like, yeah.
How about 4, 5, and 6? Or four and down, because 3 in the West is OKC against the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's a complete team. That's
OKC.
And that is OKC. But OKC gets in their little mode at the end of the game where they just can't beat anybody type thing at times. And the Celtics are a disciplined team. Now 4, 5, and 6 with our hurt Memphis. Yes, with the hurt Memphis or with a healthy Memphis.
I mean, we're
still saying, are we saying best right now, or are we saying best in the West as
let's say best right now.
Grizzlies.
I mean, they essentially got this record.
That Memphis team, then
they essentially got this record being healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but you take out Marcus Gasol, and then that team's vulnerable against anybody. 76ers might give them a run.
They've held up though.
They have held up, but the 76ers give them a run for the money now. 5 is Mavericks. Right?
Shoot, you want to talk about healthy? Then what about Miami with Chris Bosh being hurt at the time, or being hurt?
He is hurt, but that's a yes. I mean, one, Chris Paul is probably, if not the number one, the number 2 biggest factor of that team, because Chris Bosh can spread the court out, hit the nice jump shot, hit 3-pointers, and can actually control the ball a little bit, have a nice little vision. So that hurts a lot. So if you matching them up, I think it's against the Mavericks, right? In equal spots.
Miami versus the Clippers.
The Clippers without Blake Griffin, right?
Yeah, as it is right now.
The Heat, which is where I'm like, So you.
All right. Well, go on.
So stuff like that. I just feel like the West is overall stronger.
All right, Khaled, what about you?
I'd say the West is better, but the East, there's a bigger fight in the East. And the way the East is set up right now, the number 6, 7, and 8 spots for the playoffs are basically, they're at the same point. So they got 31 wins, and the Hornets is ahead because they only have 28 losses. But even the Bulls at number 9 have 30 wins, and the Wizards at 10 has 29 wins. So if throughout the game, like the next few games, any of these people can move up, and they can essentially be at that number 5 or number 6 spot. So I definitely think that it's a bigger fight in the East. And you look at the Western Conference, like after basically the Clippers, like all of the teams below is just, when you get to the playoffs, they're just gonna win. It's gonna be Warriors against the Rockets. That's win for the Warriors. Spurs against Trailblazers. Maybe a good game, but Spurs is gonna beat them. Mavericks and Thunder. Now that's gonna be a good one. I still feel like the Thunder may outlast that 7-game series. And then the Clippers and Grizzlies, with the hurt Grizzlies, I think the Clippers can definitely take it. So the Eastern Conference is looking like a bigger fight right now to see who's going to be at those top spots. But the West is still strong contenders with their top 4.
So before you go, Burnett, so why does the East why does that mean the East is strong? Why doesn't it mean the East is weak?
No, I said the East have a bigger fight.
I'm saying, because I feel like you're saying they have a bigger fight because that conference is a little more even, a little stronger, kind of, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the teams are basically even each other.
So what does that? So how does so you're still saying the West is stronger?
Yeah, of course.
But you're saying that
the East has they have a bigger fight for the playoffs in the East.
I get what you're saying. Okay. I get what you're saying. I agree that the West is tougher because if you want to look at it as league-wide records, all the league-wide records are held best in the West. obviously with Golden State, San Antonio, and whoever, and then the OKC, because right now OKC would be second in the East under Cleveland. That's only because Cleveland has one less loss than them. And then you look at the rest of the records right now. The only team that would be in the playoffs, if you're talking about 8 teams, would be possibly Miami, because they'd be the only team to be ahead. Actually, no, Miami. It'd be
Toronto.
You look at Toronto, Boston, Miami. Then all the next best records come from the West, and then you go to Atlanta. Atlanta is on par with the
Bless you.
Thank you. Atlanta's on par with the records in the
Trailblazers.
Yeah, and then when you look at the East, their bottom 3 teams all have 31 wins, and then the only team in the West that's below that's in the playoffs is the Rockets. So you look at the fight on the western side, it looks as though, I mean, we know the top 4 teams in the West are like the best teams in the whole NBA. Essentially, that's the problem. That's the thing with the West. It's like we look at it, like Khaled said, like the challenge with the East is like you look at it, you're like, oh, maybe Toronto could get a fight for maybe somebody could give somebody a fight, because you never know what's going to happen in the East. Because all of a sudden, the Charlotte could upset Boston, Toronto could get upset by Indiana, something like that could happen along those lines, and then teams end up fighting for playoff spots, with Chicago being a game out for a playoff spot and Washington being 2 games out. You never know in the Eastern Conference. People are like neck and neck. And in the West, essentially, you pretty much have it solidified. In the West, it seems to be the home of the stars. The West seems to be the home of the stars, where the East is the home of more of a team ball kind of thing. Because the Western Conference, you have James Harden, you got Steph, Russell, Kevin Durant, all these guys. Where the East is like you have teams like Boston and Atlanta that don't exactly have premier stars, but are pretty much team ball teams that have made their staple on being a team ball team. But that's up to personal opinion. But y'all, that's gonna wrap it up for today's show. That's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show of your 24-hour day. Come to you on WOD Studios, the best in college radio. Tweet us at our Twitter handle at KBR_sports, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at KBR Sports, and also subscribe to the WODU Studios YouTube channel as WODU Live, and listen to us on Spreaker, Rabble TV, and iTunes. You can catch our past podcasts on there. And you can also what am I forgetting? Oh, yeah. Don't forget to leave. You can leave your comments on Rabble, and also leave your comments on the shows on YouTube, so we can look at your comments and comment back.
You can even tweet us at any time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And don't forget, you can also join in on the debate at 757-683-4405. And that's gonna wrap. And then don't forget
the all-star of shows.
Yeah, don't forget tonight.
The roundtable.
Yeah, roundtable event tonight. We're gonna be joining with Cup Check, Football is America, and Michael Hyde show also. And we're gonna have a big sports talk, roundtable kind of thing. We're all gonna get together and just talk about sports. So anybody that wants to tune in, make sure you do. Don't play yourself. Please don't, because playing yourself is not a good look. So make sure y'all tune in. All right, y'all have a great day.